The Young and the Restless hits prime time, along with all your favorite soaps. Don't be wrong. What do you see? Another.
Donna! Donna, where have you been? I was just about to call all over the place.
I've been all over. Oh, God, it's freezing.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I want a brandy. Do you want one?
No, Donna, you by chance weren't with Marley, were you?
No, I wasn't. I stopped by the hospital to see Charlene, and I ended up staying there a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Something wrong?
Oh, I certainly hope not. But Victoria called looking for Marley, and she sounded so worried. And she wouldn't tell me what was going on, really.
What did she say?
She said that Marley had gone over to the loft to break off her engagement with Jake.
What?
Where's the report on that robbery on Clinton?
Coming up. Almost finished it. We found the getaway car, stolen, of course. And I am out of here.
I didn't know you could type so fast, right?
I can when I'm motivated. I have got a hot date. She's waiting for me at the opera, and I can almost make the last act.
Police emergency, go ahead. No, address first, please.
Please, don't be anything serious.
We'll send a car, but I need your name.
Hi, I'm Jake McKinnon, the man behind Visions. I know what you want. I know how to give it to you. The day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow, in a way you'll never forget. Jake McKinnon. You'll never need anybody else. 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 You'll never need anybody else.
I know you're trying to sort out 100 different things, but why can't you just accept the way I feel about you?
Can't you see? You and John are both doing the same thing. You're both trying to find the woman you first met in me. And neither one of those women exists anymore.
Parts of those women
Those
are
women
still...
are gone! I am here. I am now. Do you understand what I'm saying? You and John can stop pulling me in two directions because the woman you're looking at now isn't the same woman that either one of you wants. And we all know it.
What are you doing?
I'm getting dressed.
Why?
Because I'm going home.
Dr. Holmes hasn't released you.
John, I'm fine. I'm fine, the baby's fine. And
And I've had enough of hospitals. I just want to be home in my own bed.
Charlene.
John, Dr. Holmes said that I needed to get some rest, and I really can't do that here.
Look, I'm aware that you're not crazy about hospitals, but your blood pressure has to be monitored for at least the next
Well,
few
I can
days.
tell you that my blood pressure is not going to go down in here. It's not.
What if the contractions come back?
I'm going to go home and I'm going to put myself straight to bed, okay?
Charlene,
Everyone here is overreacting because I'm your wife.
Don't downplay this, Charlene. It's not going to change anything.
What's that supposed to mean?
You have to be careful. For your sake as well as the baby's.
It was an accident.
People
have
I know it was
John.
an accident, Charlene. Let's not fight, all right? It's late. You're tired, and so am I. Just think that going home right now is going to cause a lot more stress than staying here and getting a good night's rest.
Well, obviously, I disagree.
Why are you being so stubborn about
Because
this?
I think I know my body. I know my body. I know what's best for myself and for this child.
Charlene, you heard Dr. Holmes. She was very clear about this. Your blood pressure has to be monitored.
What I'm
as
saying
You're
well
not
as
thinking of going in there, are you?
What, are you gonna stop me?
If I have to.
It's my body.
Visiting hours are over, Congressman. I can't believe she's doing this.
Well, to tell you the truth, I can't either. But, well, we both know she has feelings for Jamie.
But she's been insisting this whole time that Jake was the one that she wanted.
Donna, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of relieved. I thought you'd feel the same way.
Well, it's just not that simple, Michael. When did Marley go over there? Did Vicky say anything?
All right, what's going on here?
I don't know what's going on.
Donna, you have been against this marriage from the very beginning, and now that it's being called off, you sound upset.
Of course I'm not upset. I'm just surprised.
Something's going on here. You know, you're hiding something. Victoria sounded exactly the same way when I talked to her.
She did?
Yeah. She was covering something, and she's scared.
Well, can you imagine how Jake is going to react when Marley tries to break up with him? I mean, he's not going to let her go without some kind of a fight, and I'm worried that he'll do something rash.
Donna, Jake is not going to hurt Marley. I mean, you don't think he'd hurt Marley,
That's
do you?
exactly what I think, and Victoria does too.
All right, what's going on?
I only know Jake from having worked with him, Michael. And that he can turn on you in a second if he doesn't get what he wants.
Now, come on, Jake has never been that way with me.
That's because he's afraid of you, but I've seen him. He can get very violent. Who are you calling?
I'm going to call Victoria and see if she's heard from Marley, and I suggest you get on that phone and call the loft, all right?
It's ringing.
No answer?
No.
Donna, I think we got a little problem here. We seem to have two daughters that are missing.
Hot. Driving. Dynamic. Cool, precise, to the point. Romantic. Seductive. Persuasive. Jake McKinnon, you'll never need anybody else. Whatever your vision, we'll take it to the limit. Get to the limit.
Hey! Hey, you having a party in there?
Businessman.
I'm not letting Dad win.
Grant, I'm afraid your coming here will upset Charlene.
How's the baby? What's the latest word?
Everything seems to have stabilized for now.
What is that supposed to mean, for now?
Charlene's doctor has warned her that she and the baby are still at risk. So it's absolutely essential that she remain calm and rest.
Please, you know how much I hate hospitals. You know it.
Charlie, I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. Maybe Dr. Holmes can talk some sense into you.
Sounds like I'm not the one who's upsetting Charlene.
Would you at least get back into bed and wait until she shows up to examine you?
Hi, I'm Jake McKinnon, the man behind Ribbons. I know what you want. I know how to give it to you.
McKinnon?
The day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow. In a way you'll never forget. Jake McKinnon. You'll never need anybody else. 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 You'll never need.
Can you find a squad car for that possible homicide yet?
It's a busy night, man.
Oh, no, come. I can see where this is leading, guys. Come on, this is my night off.
Not anymore. Here.
You want me to take care of this? Oh. Oh, no, come on. Oh, great. Oh, I'm not gonna do this one solo. Come on, Carlos, saddle up.
Get that, would you, Harrison?
Would someone tell me where the moon is tonight? A police emergency. Okay, slow down. Okay, is he moving? All right, can you give me an address? It's the same address. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll have an ambulance coming out in a little bit. Well, somebody already called in. Can you stay there? Good. But don't touch anything. Oh, you're a neighbor. Jake McKinnon? Are you sure?
Marley isn't home?
No. Where is she? Why hasn't Marley called?
Well, honey, she's probably still talking with Jake.
Well, if she is, it's because Jake is trying to make her feel like she owes him something.
You're not going over to see Jake?
No, as much as I'd like to. I have to go to the hospital.
All right, I'll tell you there when she calls.
If she calls.
She will.
I have a patient in ICU. I'll either be there or in Charlene's room.
I'll have her page you.
Thanks, Mom. See you in the morning.
Okay, bye.
Hi. You just getting back?
Yeah. Are you going out?
Yeah, to the hospital.
Just warm. It's cold out there.
Thanks.
So, honey, you're home finally.
Finally.
How's it going?
Good. Was Jamie off to an emergency or something?
No, I think that has to do with Marley. She told him that she was breaking things off with Jake, and I think he was hoping she'd call.
She hasn't called yet?
She's got his hopes up. I hope she doesn't disappoint him.
Well, I hope it works out. I like Marley. Is Allie okay?
Sleeping, I hope.
Good.
You exhausted? You're gonna go to bed?
No, I'm too wired to sleep. How's everybody else?
I'm worried about Paulina.
Why?
She's been so edgy. And then this evening she lost an earring and then she just came unglued.
Not the earrings that you made out of Daddy's cufflinks.
Yeah, one of those. And she got so upset she just went flying out of here. Ken went after her.
Well, she's back.
Excuse me?
At least her car's out front. I saw it when I came in.
Well, she must have come in when I was upstairs with Allie.
Was Allie having trouble sleeping again?
Stephen woke her up.
Oh, no. What time was that?
Gosh, it must have been around 9. We were all down here trying to find the earring.
I'll go up and check on Allie in a little while.
Did working help?
Help what?
Get your mind off Sam.
Not really. He didn't call, did he?
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know why I asked. He's never going to forgive me.
Well, Paulina, we were just talking about you.
I heard her crying. Oh, thanks for rescuing her. Hi, Allie. What's the matter? Are you having a rough night, too? Huh? Come here. Hi. How's my girl? Huh?
I didn't know you were back, Paulina.
Oh, well, I didn't want to bother you. I went right upstairs.
How long have you been home?
I never really left. If you excuse me, I'm going to take her upstairs and see if I can put her to sleep, all right?
Okay.
Thanks, Paulina. Sure.
Paulina, I've been worried about you. I was wondering if you were all right. Ken said you left very upset.
I loved those earrings, Rachel.
I know you do. But you were upset before we noticed that you were missing an earring.
It's just been one of those days, that's all.
Does this have something to do with Jake?
Jake?
Paulina, the only other time I've seen you this upset was because of Jake.
No, it has nothing to do with Jake.
I thought maybe you had gone over to see him.
No, I feel terrible, Rachel. I've lost something that belonged to my father.
I'm sure it'll turn out.
I'm sure you're right.
So where did you disappear to?
I just went for a walk on the grounds. I thought the cold air might clear my head.
Well, I wish I had known. I would have stopped Ken.
Ken, what do you mean?
He went out to look for you. He seemed to think he knew where you had gone.
Marley? Marley! Marley, where are you? Marley? Damn it. Where are you?
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Victoria. Look, Victoria, have you talked to your sister?
No.
Where are you?
Home.
Well, I tried to reach you there a few minutes ago and no one answered the phone.
I just had to go out for a while.
Victoria hasn't seen her.
I was hoping she would be with you. By now, I mean.
Honey, are you sure she went to see Jake? I mean, we called the loft. There was no answer there either.
Victoria, what the hell is going on? Your father tells me that Marley was planning to break up with Jake tonight. Did she see him?
I'm not sure.
If she comes home, you tell her to call me first thing, no matter what. Victoria, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I've got to go.
Police. Detective Brian Harrison, this is Officer Morales.
About time you guys showed up.
What's his status?
Well, he has a pulse, but he has no blood pressure.
Driving.
Looks like Jake was putting together some kind of promotional video.
Pretty loud, huh?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's gonna get to finish it.
Slide stuck in the projector.
Yeah, good going, Jake. Listen, unplug that thing, and then go get the neighbor. He's in the other loft on the same floor. With a gunshot wound to the chest? Looks like he's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, my guess is that it nicked his spinal cord.
Well, the bullet's still in him? Where'd you guys find him?
Gun's over there. We haven't touched anything.
Thanks. Hey, you taking this yet?
You already got it.
You got an evidence bag?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Here, take this to forensics. You Chris? You the guy that reported this?
Yeah. Where's McKinnon?
He's on his way to Bay City General.
Is he
still alive? Barely. And I think he can thank you for that.
Is that the...
Yeah. Here, come on, sit down. Right here. Listen, go check out the rest of the building. Tell me if you see anything unusual. Okay. Need you to tell me everything that you remember. Exactly what you saw and when you saw it.
Sure, I'll tell you what happened. I'll even tell you who did it.
You saw someone?
Yeah, it was the blonde.
What blonde?
His ex-wife. I saw her run out of here like a bat out of hell.
All I wanted was to go home. And John won't hear of it, so now he's gone to find Dr. Holmes. They're both going to try to make me stay here.
He's concerned about the baby, Charlene.
And he acts like I'm not.
Well, we know that's not true.
Taylor, would you please, would you try to find Dr. Holmes? Because I'm afraid that John is going to make me sound hysterical.
Now, look, he wouldn't do that, but I'll check.
Thank
you. Grant is outside in the hall. He wants to see you.
Okay.
You sure you'll be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's fine.
Okay. Grant, I don't want you staying too long. You're here against hospital rules already.
Thank you, Doctor. Charlene. You really okay? You look tired. Still beautiful, but you look tired.
I'm fine. And whoever's inside here is fine too, and that's what's most important now.
If anything would have ever happened to you or the baby, I never, ever would have forgiven myself.
It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, but if it hadn't been for me, you wouldn't have been at that press conference.
The baby is fine, really.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, is that why you came by?
I came by because I love you. I try not to think about us. It just doesn't work. Nothing matters without you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Charlene, where do we go from here?
I go home with my husband and our baby.
It's funny, you know. I thought when there was a baby, it brought a couple closer together. It seems like with you and John, you're drifting farther and farther apart.
Is Dr. Holmes down here?
She's in surgery now. OR 10.
Thanks.
John. Hi, I was hoping I'd see you. How's Charlene doing?
I think she's going to be fine. Fortunately, the baby wasn't injured in the fall either.
That's good news.
But her blood pressure's kind of high. I'm concerned about that.
How are you doing?
You got a few hours?
Actually, I do. You want to grab some coffee?
No, I'd love to, but I've got to get back to Charlene's room. She's trying to check herself out of the hospital.
Check herself out? Why?
Well, she hates hospitals. Says she's not going to get any rest with everyone fussing over her, and she doesn't feel sick.
Well, people with high blood pressure seldom do.
Well, then you tell her, because she's just not listening to anybody.
Did Holmes tell her she could be preeclamptic?
Yeah. Yeah, she did. Janie, I never thought I would say this, but I don't trust Charlene to do what's best for the baby.
You don't trust her?
No. She's been so irrational. I still think she's sick. She's not well.
John, have you told her how you feel?
Of course I have. I've tried, but if I express the slightest concern for the baby, she gets very defensive and says I'm accusing her of being a bad mother.
You can't find some way to reassure her.
I've tried. No matter what I do or say, I'm wrong. I mean, she really has me pegged as the heavy in this.
Oh, come on, as opposed to Harrison?
As much as I love Charlene, I'm not about to let her or anyone else jeopardize this child's life.
I'd feel the same way. I'm sure you remember what Vicky and I went through.
Yeah, but I didn't really understand it until now.
There's no way you could.
I want my child to be able to depend on me, even before he's born. See ya.
Excuse me, I'm trying to locate Dr. Holmes. She's supposedly in the hospital, but she's not answering her page.
What? Emergency? No. I'm sorry we haven't admitted a Jake McKinnon.
Are you sure he should have been brought in by now, unless... He got shot in the chest.
Hold on, we have someone coming in right now.
He stopped breathing, we're gonna lose him.
Jake.
Right, so you heard a lot of loud music coming out of McKinnon's loft. And, was going on all evening?
No, not all night. It was sort of off and on. And every time I thought it had stopped for good, it would start all over again.
Nothing unusual up there.
So, it was starting to drive you nuts?
Yeah, and so then I was taking out my trash, and that's when I saw her come out.
The blonde?
Yeah, his ex-wife.
How'd you know it was her?
Well, I've seen her lots of times, and you know, she's not the kind of person you ignore.
Did you ever speak with her?
Yeah, a couple of times. Her mother used to work here, Donna Hudson.
Yeah.
Her name is Marley.
Yeah, I know her. Well, thank you very much for your help. You can go home now.
You want a squad car to pick her up?
No. Just wait here and make sure they dust for prints all over. I know this woman. I'm gonna go talk to her by myself.
What's new in Genoa City?
Ken, Paulina's here and she's fine. I hope you get this message before you spend all night looking for her. Well, that was the machine.
Still not home, huh?
No. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I feel fine. I just feel horrible about making you all worry like that.
Paulina, we care about you. You can talk to me, you know, about anything.
It was just losing that earring. I fell apart and...
You sure that's all it was?
Yeah. It was the only thing I had that belonged to my father.
She's finally asleep. Poor girl's really starting to be a night owl.
How's Stephen doing?
He's sleeping like a log.
I envy that.
Yeah, me too.
Would you like a brandy, Paulina?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
So nobody has heard from Marley yet, huh? She didn't call?
Nope.
I wonder what changed her mind about marrying Jake.
I think that's enough talk about Jake for one evening, okay? Here you go.
Thank you.
How are things at the office?
I saw the blues on the next issue.
Uh-huh.
And, it looks fantastic. The fashion layout is really good.
Good. What about Iris? Did she hear from the museum about the series we want to do?
Iris wasn't at the office.
She said she was working there.
I know. She was supposed to meet me at 9 o'clock, and she never showed up. That's the thing about Iris, you know? When you don't want her around, she's breathing down your neck. And when you do need her...
You can't find her.
Never fails.
Well, it's just one of those nights.
You see, Donna, I can wipe that smug look off your face anytime I want.
Get out of here.
All I have to do is have a chat with Michael about the night of the gala.
You can't.
Says who?
You'd lose Marley.
You see, Michael might forgive you for that one night.
You're bluffing.
He might forgive you for sleeping with your son-in-law.
Get out of here,
But would he
Jake.
forgive you for lying to his face for months and months?
I had to do
Would
that.
he forgive you for giving away his son so that nobody would find out the truth?
Get out of
He
here!
had to watch, Donna, as his son was given away because of you. Think he'd forgive you for that? I don't, Donna. I think you'd lose Michael. I think you'd lose Marley, too.
If you lose Marley, what are you going to do?
You better pray that I don't.
If you tell Michael, you better start praying too, Jake.
focus. I don't have anything left to lose.
Oh, I'm sorry. You okay?
Yeah. I think I'll call the paramedics. They'll still be out.
Donna, calm down, please. Just
I can't,
calm down.
Michael. I keep trying to tell myself that it's none of my business.
Well, that's never worked before. It's not going to work now.
Where is she?
I don't know. Maybe they went to take a walk someplace quiet.
The loft isn't quiet.
Donna, maybe they went to the lake.
It's freezing outside, Michael. Something's wrong.
Donna, she is a big girl. She can take care of herself.
Can you honestly look at me and tell me that you're not worried?
No, I can't. Honey, I'll tell you. Let's just both stay calm. Victoria said that she would call if Marley came in. And I promise you, if Marley doesn't call in half an hour, I'll go looking for her myself. I promise you that, all right? Just try and relax.
I can't relax. How did Victoria seem?
She seemed secretive. Like she knew something, but she was holding back. Now, I'll tell you what. Why don't we watch the news, all right? Half hour of news. When the news is over, I promise you, if we don't hear from her by then, we'll both go out, all right? Come on, sit down. Some good local, national, whatever. And by the way, you didn't tell me where you were tonight.
That's the weather, and now this.
Well, you couldn't have been at the hospital till 10 o'clock. I mean, you must have gone someplace else, right?
The victim was rushed to Bay City General, where he's listed as critical. A neighbor notified the police and identified the victim as video producer and director Jake McKinnon.
Ryan, when you didn't show up at the opera,
Sit down, Vicky. I've got some bad news.
you sound so serious.
Jake McKinnon was shot tonight.
What?
It's real bad, Vicky. He may not make it. He's at the hospital right now.
What happened?
From the looks of things, he took a bullet in the chest.
This is unbelievable.
Listen, is Marley here? I need to speak with her.
What does Marley have to do with this? She's not married to him anymore. Besides, she's in the room sleeping. She just didn't feel well, so she had to go to bed.
Vicky, don't lie to me.
Why do you think I'm lying?
Because I've got a witness who saw Marley running out of Jake's loft tonight, just before he was found.
Next.
I wish I did know what was best for all of us, Grant. But I don't. Did you find Dr. Holmes?
She's in surgery. I'll wait with you if you'd like.
I'd like that.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that you're still here.
Grant, I really need to talk to Taylor alone.
I've got a few phone calls to make. I'll be back in a few minutes, all right?
So, why are you so angry with John?
I'm beginning to think that the only thing John cares about is the baby, not me.
I have never heard you talk about like John that way. Now, something happened.
John can't accept the fact that I still have feelings for Grant. He resents it, and so he's making my life miserable.
Are your feelings for Grant? Are they getting stronger?
He lets me be myself. He understands me.
What is it? It's getting more confusing for you.
Yeah. I tell you, Taylor, nothing seems really clear. Both John and Grant, they want to do what's best for me, and they both think they know what's right. And neither one of them wants the other one around.
What about you? How do you feel?
Sometimes I wish I could cut myself in two again.
That wouldn't do anybody any good.
You know that.
Especially you.
Doesn't matter. I know that, and now I know that I have to do what's best for this child.
Yes, you do. Can you choose between them, Charlene? Could you do that now?
See, I thought I'd already chosen John.
And then what happened?
And then I realized that I have feelings for Grant. They haven't disappeared yet, and I can't go back to my old life.
We haven't finished yet.
I just came to say goodnight to Charlene.
Grant, I don't want you putting Charlene in the middle of your war with John. It is not fair for her or the baby.
Try and understand something, Dr. Benson. I feel responsible for what happened. I mean, she could have lost her baby because of me.
Grant.
We have a relationship. No matter what you or John or anybody else thinks, I'm not giving up. Sleep well. I'll call you tomorrow.
Thanks for coming.
Well, I didn't see Dr. Holmes, but I did see John.
And what did John say, that he wants me to stay here overnight?
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea, Charlene. You're not out of the woods yet. You're not out for another 48 hours.
Okay.
Just stop pushing yourself.
I'll stay.
Well, at least until the morning.
I said I'd stay. I can't fight you and John.
You really feel like we're ganging up on you, don't you?
I feel like that all the time, Taylor. I know John loves me. I know you care and that you both want what's best for me. But every time I don't agree with either of you, it's a battle.
Talk to me about that.
John's always pushing me to act a certain way. You're always wanting me to think about myself in a different way. And sometimes I just want to be. Sometimes I don't want to analyze every move I make.
And Grant doesn't make you do
No,
that.
he doesn't.
I see.
Obviously, you don't agree.
I agree that you feel one kind of pressure from John and another kind from
See,
Grant.
no, it's happening again. I'm trying to tell you something, and you are not listening to me.
I am listening, but feelings are different than facts. You do not feel that Grant is pressuring you, and I see him doing it all the time.
Because he loves me.
I think he does. And I think John loves you, too.
I can't stand much more of this. I can't.
Of what?
Feeling like I'm being watched. I hate it. I hate it. And I'm sick of directions. I'm sick of advice. And I'm sick of all the time talking about myself. And I'm afraid.
Afraid of what?
That if something doesn't change, I'm gonna lose this baby.
How is he?
We almost lost him. He's inside and through them now, but that's about all.
Has he regained consciousness? Well, his pressure is still too low for surgery. Why haven't you given him a blood transfusion yet?
Because I don't have the blood yet, okay? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just, I know this guy.
Have you seen his x-rays?
Yes, there's a bullet lodged in his spine.
Are you gonna operate?
We have to close the wound first. As far as the bullet goes, we have some problems. If we don't remove it, the slightest movement of the bullet could sever his spinal cord. And if we do go in, he may not live through surgery.
How can this guy be so sure that it was Marley?
Look, Vicky, just get her. If she's here, get her. I'm not playing games here.
No, neither am I.
Well, do you want me to go upstairs?
No.
She's not there, is she?
Ryan, she couldn't have been at Jake's loft. This witness or whoever couldn't have seen her there because she was here all day.
She wasn't here this morning when Jake came to find her.
I just mean from this afternoon on.
So she hasn't been, she didn't go to Jake's loft all day?
No, I know she didn't.
How do you know?
Well, because she would have told me, okay?
Vicky, why are you covering for her?
Why are you giving me the third degree?
Because someone tried to murder Jake tonight, and your sister was seen at his loft. I don't have any choice.
She wouldn't hurt anybody, Ryan.
Look, I know you're trying to protect her, but this is my job. I've got to ask her some questions.
If you think that Marley has anything to do with this, you are wrong. She wouldn't hurt anybody. You know that. She wouldn't even squish a spider,
Look,
all right?
just let me get a statement from her.
Can't it just wait until the morning? I mean, you can put it off and she can sleep and we can find other things to do.
This.
Just back off,
No!
Ryan. All right. I just don't want to hit her with this news in the middle of the night.
Why? Don't you think you ought to tell her what happened? I mean, she was married to the guy after all.
Just wait until we know something more.
Oh? Or like what? Like if he's going to live? He might not even last the night. I think Marley deserves a chance to be with him at the hospital. I mean, she and Jake, we're gonna get married again, right?
I don't know.
Look, I've had enough of this. If you're not going to wake her up, I am.
No!
Get out of my way, Vicky!
Head over to the Peach Pit for the delicious dish on Brenda, Brandon, Kelly, Dylan, and the whole Beverly Hills gang. Don't miss back-to-back episodes of 90210. Today starting at 5, only on SoapNet.
What about the baby shark? I'm here. What are you doing to us? I can make it happen. If anything happens, we're getting late. Why are you taking my child? Is everything on the child?
What are you doing?
I'm getting out of this place, John. Please don't try to stop me.
Put in an emergency call to Dr. Nelson. Dr. Jim Nelson is the best neurologist in the state. Get him.
Now?
Now!
Think Nelson can work one of his miracles?
If we can't stabilize it pretty soon, there aren't going to be any miracles. He'll die. Go double-check his blood work.
Vicky, I am tired of your lies.
I am not
If you are
lying
not
to
going to go
Ryan.
upstairs and get Marley, then I will.
No!
Vicky. So, Marley's upstairs, huh?
What is he talking about? What happened? Something